But yeah, that's what I'm wondering is if maybe non-barbarians can't hold it. You have a very cheap promotion, so we're going to go ahead and cash that in. We'll go to, yeah, Combat 2 for just a flat-out plus 10 strength. That sounds pretty nice. There is Zone of Control. It actually says it with some of the units, and you are correct in that, I can go over here, in that I don't think the Slinger has the Zone of Control tag. If we look on the Warrior, you can see here it says has Zone of Control, so prevents enemy users from moving there. It is very interesting. Does the Slinger... No, Slinger has Zone of Control. So, and it does count as ranged and infantry. Well, maybe you don't need the infantry tag. Maybe you need melee. Maybe you need melee as opposed to ranged to guard a city. What I think I'm going to do then is I'm going to swing this guy up over here. Because I just want to make sure no one else ninjas that city from me. Maybe general. That could be. I haven't noticed if only units with generals could hold on to a city site. Another daughter. Wow. Oh, this event again! In a stroke of good luck, Marcia has come into possession of a Lion. Never heard of it. A rare exotic creature from the south. She wishes to use the beast in one of Lucius's science lessons, but the boy is reluctant. All it took is one look at the cat's enormous teeth. Shall we insist on this first-hand experience? It's not a cat, it's a furkin. Flurkin. Flurkin? Captain Marvel. What do they call the thing that looks like a cat? I think there's an L in there. I think it was Flurkin. So allow him to learn about this from scholarly reports. It would give him +1 wisdom, but he'd become cowardly, like the lion. Or we could command him to examine the lion personally, which would give him +1 courage, but become foolish. Now, all foolish does is give him -20% science if he's the governor of a city. If he's not the governor of a city, it doesn't matter. Although it might lead to different events. Firstborn son shall no coward be, says Bedinsis in fun wording. Alright, no. Go and pet the lion, I order you. He's just a big kitty. Who doesn't want to pet the lion? Come on. I think we have no choice. We have to grab forestry here. I just feel like if you know we've got to get this done. We've actually a lot of our production's pretty low here. We have focused a little bit aggressively on military, which was part of the plan. But we need to be able to have this. Once we've got forestry, then we've got all of our basic production buildings. I think it's too key. We've seen what happens when you are missing one of those production techs. It's too bad. It's too rough. All right, I'm gonna send you over this way, Mr. Settler, and we do have another settler in the queue over here. We've hit the worker as well. So we still have this mission to make some mines. True. I could also work on roads. Here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to move here. I'm going to build the shrine. I will have to buy some stone, but I'm okay with that. We get more culture, more training points. Can you double up on the wonder? That's a great question, and one I don't know. The answer... So, hold on. There is a trait you can get that enables it. That you can use multiple workers on the same thing. But we don't have it. We can't... I can't put a worker in there. Yeah, I know there's mines for the missions and stuff. I'm still going to do this one, the Shrine to Mars. Which I think is our shrine limit right now with our culture levels. I'm not sure, but we will see. Ooh, goody God. Despoiled ruins. Scavenging through the ruins, we found significant amount of stone, iron, and wood. However, local raiders could reach the ruins by nightfall. We can't fight them off, but we can carry some of the loot back home. Which of the three would you like us to bring back? Stone for construction. Iron for our troops. Wood is also useful. Well, we currently have no stone. Our production of stone, wood, and iron is all pretty much the same. It's about 5, plus or minus. So I say we pick up stone because we are out. Because we just, spent it all. So that seems reasonable. Let me come and backfill a little bit of stuff over here. Okay. Not much, as much as I wanted, but... Ooh, another goodie hut. Okay, I'm happy I snuck back around. By the way, if you're never happy with your moves, there is an undo in this game. You can undo your whole turn. Unbelievable. Unheard of. You don't produce stone? No. Look, my stone production is... Wait, is that the price? Oh! Okay, that explains why I've been confused about a few things. I saw this 4.9 over here, and I thought that's how much we were producing. But that's the cost for trading. I'm misreading the user interface. That's not a fault of the user interface. That's just, yeah, not noticing. Now, it's so obvious when you look here, but yeah, I was like, no, stone, we're making 4.9. No, that's how much it costs to buy it. Okay. So I'm really happy we grabbed it. Let's move here first, but I was going to say, I think we're just going to do this. Although, I might have wanted to go for barbarian stuff. No, I'm super happy I came over here. Ho ho, inspired movement. I'll move up here for now. The UI is very small. One of the scaling factors of it doesn't really work. And I don't think all the UI elements scale either. So that might be part of it. Especially for streaming, I would like to embiggen the UI. And for my old man eyes might help too. I mean, these are great. These are fine. Time passes quickly. You still remember the birth of Prince Lucius Julius. His name rhymes. But he's growing up fast and eager to learn. Would you like to educate? Yes, I would like to educate him. What are we going to choose? So we can either give him the +1 courage, +1 charisma, the +1 discipline, the +1 wisdom, and it will lead presumably to other events in this theme. I think thematically for us, I think we might go ahead and just start by teaching him some tactics. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down the list. For the next kid, we'll do rhetoric. The next one will do commerce. The last one will do philosophy. He is foolish. So you know what? We'll just lean into it and just teach him tactics. Ooh. The Malarious and Julius families, these are two families in our empire, have engaged in a heated land dispute. The Valeri claim they have an ancestral right to a particularly productive Julian estate, but the Julii deny the claims. Which side shall we take? Well, first of all, family situation between these two. Currently, the Julius like us more, the Valerius less so, in case that affects us. So we could respect the Valeri ancestral claim. So it's a 40-point swing. Well, it's an 80-point swing, plus 40 minus 40. Or we could do an 80-point swing the other way. Or we could do nothing, but watch for developments. I don't know, maybe they'll go to the war with each other. Or the land should belong to me, which is just negative 40 with both and gives us some food. I don't think we really care about the food so much. So, I mean, these are both zero-sum, right? In the end, we end up with 0 net change overall. I'm worried what watch for developments will do. A lot of people want us to do nothing. I think they're curious as to what could possibly go wrong. We're going to do nothing and see what happens. Pop up on one of these hills. We'll get a bit of a look. As I was walking near Memphis, as I was scooting 10 feet off of Beale. What could go wrong? Chat spam. Fruit trees, blossoming trees tower over the dusty ruins, providing ample shade. Their branches are heavy with ripe fruit. Natural orchard stretches for miles. How will you use this excellent source of food? We take the fruit home, 50 food. Chop down the trees, 50 wood. Or let our artists gaze on the scene for inspiration, 25 culture and antium. Culture, again, is really nice because it does unlock certain building levels. But here, we still don't have any actual tree income. So I might say cut down the trees. We've got a fair amount of trees in storage, but no, that seems rude. I don't want to cut down the trees. Let our artists gaze upon the scene for inspiration. We'll get, I don't know, somewhere between 6 and 8 of them, and they could form some sort of group of artists that like to paint natural scenes. So a group of somewhere between 6 and 8 artists. That sounds good. So this is a really sideways reference to the Group of 7, which is a really famous group of painters in Canada. It's like so not worth the trip to get there, and a joke that's not going to be understood by most people because it's such a niche little thing. But yeah, there's got to be someone in chat who's like, "Oh, I get what you're doing. It wasn't funny, but I get what you were doing." This way. That way. I'm Canadian, didn't even get it. I mean, even as Canadians, it's not like Group of 7 is like everyday knowledge. Like, you hear it and you're like, yeah, the group of 7, yeah. There's specifically around here, there's a certain reverence for it because they painted a lot of scenes in this area. I'm now known as the Strong! Do you even lift, brah? So we're the Strong from doing a bunch of stuff. Cool. Hungry lore keepers. Our explorers find a family of starving lore keepers encamped in the ruins, surviving on scraps. Pleading for help, they offer to share their mastery of oratory in exchange for food. No comments. Will you agree to their offer? Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, okay. So, we could give them 100 food for free tech. We've been kind of loosey-goosey in terms of how we consider various things, but oratory, rhetoric is probably 4 or 5 turns worth of research. Rhetoric is also leads to archery, which is pretty nice. Warriors do not read books. Nice. Or we can't afford to waste food and soldiers, which should give us +1 discipline, which is going to be worth more money in the long run. I kind of think I want this tech, though, especially because, yeah, rhetoric leads to archery. I don't know why, but it does. So now there's a chance that archery will show up, and that would be a pretty high value pick, and kind of nice. All right, let's have you come over here, which I think was the original plan with you. And over here. Okay, let me. Whoa, where are we? Right here. Since I can't apparently guard the site anyway, let me move you on top of there, just to make sure nothing weird happens. I can't move you there, but let's get a little info and hang around in this general area. First, you need to learn to throw words before you can learn to throw pointy sticks. Nice, Red Fox. Late one evening, there's a knock at your door. Nefe Rure, heir to the Egyptian throne. You remember when we played as Egypt on Saturday? This is indeed. This is our daughter and heir. Stands outside. The young princess has fled his palace. Okay, this is the second dialogue box where they've got a mistake with the pronoun detection code. But anyway, fled her palace with hopes of escaping her responsibilities. She wishes to hide from her mother's agents in Rome and start a new life here. It's only a matter of time before Egyptian soldiers arrive at our gates. So we could return her to Egypt. It's a family affair, not ours. She would become bitter, which gives her a -1 charisma. The current queen, Queen Hatshepsut of Egypt, would be obliged to me. But also disappointed with me? I'm thinking this should probably be coded so that Nefe is disappointed in me, whereas Hatshepsut is obliged to me. We could conceal her, provide her with whatever she needs. She would become a fugitive. She'd be endeared of me. Fugitives can't marry, can't have children, are excluded from the succession, cannot be a tutor, da-da-da-da-da-da. It would be nice if I could just, like, turn her into something else. I could maybe mess with the Egyptian line of succession if I just conceal her. She's currently just cautious with me. Conceal. Let's do it. Let's just conceal her. And the queen will become suspicious. But Neferure will be endeared to me. Now, is this person in my court? Is there a way to find all the characters? This isn't all the characters, though. These are just the ones, like, in my, like, direct family and courtiers and things like that. Because if I go to a family, there'll be other people in here. So Lucius and Lucilla that aren't in this list. Lucius is here, but Lucia is not, for example. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, the third option I couldn't do because I wasn't cruel, but I should have moused over it. You're right, my bad. Our spies receive a personal message addressed to you from Ashurbanipal, the ruler of Assyria. It is a paranoid rant, a litany of accusations and falsehoods. Apparently, he is convinced that you're plotting against him. You may wish to ease tensions, perhaps extend an olive branch to the anxious ruler. So, right now, Assyria, we actually have a good relationship. 110, they're pleased. We could tell him we have no qualms. He would still become suspicious of me because he's a paranoid old nutter. We could give him gifts. 440 gold! Ha ha ha! Dream on! We could scold him for making ridiculous demands, or accusations, which would give us +1 courage. but he'd become vengeful against us. I think I'm going to just tell him this. He can still become suspicious. I'm going to maintain our relationship right now because I really want to focus on wiping out the Gauls or whatever right now, rather than going to war with one of these guys. So let's see what we can do. But here we go. Ashurbanipal ranting drunkenly again. Suspicious is going to be a minus 40 opinion. So theoretically we'll end up with a 70. Which will still be cautious, but not too bad. Or endeared, which would give him plus 80. Now, so I don't think right now he's anything. Like it says truce, please. But pleased, I think, just is a description of our current number. So I don't think he's got any of these attitude modifiers with us. Oh, it looks like he's cautious, which is just a 0. That's what it is. Okay, so currently he's cautious at a 0. So we could either swing it to a minus 40 or a plus 80. So yeah, he would become 190 over there. That's so much money, though. Scolding him, vengeful, would be minus 160. This would definitely be a precursor to war. Or then we could go here, gift him with laborers who are diseased. He'd become obliged to us because he thinks we did him a favor, but then he's mysteriously going to end up with these diseased citizens. Oh my god. If only we were cunning. Yeah, we could scold to make ourselves better. It would ruin our relationship. But maybe we... You know what? I'm just going to scold him. Dude, you're better than this! He's going to take it the wrong way. I can't imagine why. We'll take the plus 1, and then we'll see if maybe something else will come up that can change that moodlet, and sort of wipe away that minus 80 right away. Or whatever it is. Whiskey and chocolate. Who dat? Refresh. Refresh faster. It's Krieg! Krieg Zoshi, thank you very much. Happy B-Day, Quill. Here's some B-Day money for you from my B-Day on Saturday. Oh, you young whippersnapper. Well, thank you very much, and a very, very happy birthday to yourself as well. Thank you. Oh, how old is it? That's a good question. He's 50. He's 50, so this, you know, might not last. It is kind of interesting to consider. Absolutely. All right, our settler, do we have... I don't think we have any kind of preference as to where we end up here. Because, again, we can't expand borders. Looks like no matter where we settle, we're going to get all 3 of the game. Okay, so if we settle in one of the bottom 2, we will get this game as well within our initial thing. So I think I'll just go to where it says city site. Now, a Julius city would get the plus 5 mood boost because it's closest to another Julius city, which is our capital. Which sounds like not a terrible idea. We do have 1 city of every kind. Julius City would generate more orders for us, which I think as we start to build more military will be really useful. You want Fabius after this one? Okay, so we'll do Julius this one. Beneventum. What does that mean? Like, is that like good town or something? And if so, is that therefore cursed and doomed? Because if ever you're watching a movie or like you're playing let's say you're playing an RPG, right? You're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and then the dungeon master says, "Okay, you've arrived at Good Town." You're like, "Oh man, this place is effed." Good ventilation, good path, but ventum could be air, okay, or like a way or path or something like that. Means good event. Actually used to mean bad event. Okay, Slinger over here. No generals available. Okay, we're going to come down to this Gaulish city is now the plan. And you as well. You're going to make your way over here. And you as well. You're going to make your way over here. We'll have a trio of units. Hopefully it's going to be enough. Oh, we do have the forum tech now. I like this idea because it can generate a lot more civic points for us a lot faster. It's not like you generate better units or anything. So yeah, we'll do a forum, which... Again, we're not getting +2 per year we run this project. By running this action, it's going to add a project in this list, which is passively and permanently going to give us +2 civic per year, which is pretty good. And in fact, when we get more culture, we'll probably want to upgrade it to the forum level 2, which will give us 4 per year at a cost of some stone. But that seems like a pretty good idea. Or we start with a worker. I'm going to put a worker in front of the forum. I like that better. Yes to here.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Whiskey and chocolate. Whiskey and chocolate. Ooh, it's a goodie hut. First, whiskey and chocolate. Hey, it's Aku. Ventum? Barely ever knew him! Aki will be here all week. Try the veal. Remember to tip your server. Ancient Site. Our expedition comes upon a site that looks like a ceremonial capital of some ancient world. The altar centers the court, and 10 thrones sit on each side. We could raise the city for stone. We still don't have stone income. I know, we still need to do 6 mines. I know. We could preserve the site and learn its history. So our king would become a scholar instead of a tactician. It will give him more wisdom, but he would lose... actually, tactician gives him 2 courage and 2 wisdom. So scholar would be 3 wisdom, so we'd be sort of losing a point overall. I don't think we want that. Yeah. Or stepping onto the holy site, we can make a sacrifice of 60 food, which would give us pious, which is worth +1 discipline, but it's also another one of these traits that might lead to some interesting decisions. I kind of like the stone, though. Kind of like the stone. Raise it, raise everything, raise it. Or pious. Now I'm going to raise it. We're going to take the raising it rocked. As we are coming up to the end of the stream here, what we're going to do in a few minutes is we are going to be doing a raid on A Kiss for Luck, who is going to be playing this game today as well. And I'm very interested to see her reaction and the way she plays the game, which is going to be different and therefore a good learning opportunity. It's a nice thing. You watch 2 different people play the same game and you get something else. So I'm really interested about that. But yes, we are going to one more turn. Don't worry. So we're going to move our slinger to here. And we're going to fling some rocks at this dude. So 10 hold damage. Very nice. You are going to step to... actually, yeah, only step to here. This way it's got to be forced to leave there if he wants to shoot stuff at us. And then you are... That's a Danish dude. Just going to move to here. You don't have a better slinger thing. We're gonna get a worker going here because we do need more workers. Because at some point we do need to get our mines happening. So let's get that going on over here. 8 mine. That's not bad. Like, it's actually hard to find a mine site with better than that. Although there's ore over here that'd be worth 30 money. But I think I will start a mine here, which will be the first time. Oh, we already have some steel income, but there you go. We'll do that. That'll be another mine once it's done building. Come over here. Say hi to the vandals. Sup? Sup, Bansky? Show me your latest work. Banksy. Yeah. I put the, I inverted 2 of the consonants.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Whiskey and chocolate. Here. And that is it for the turn. We are out of orders. Ooh, it's too bad. Oh, no, it's just the scout that's left. Okay. And the turn, what's the whiskey and chocolate? It's from Wimpy Viking! Been watching your stuff for years on YouTube. Thank you for creating quality content. Help me forget about my exams. Well, I hope you don't forget too hard. That would suck. Our son died. Your son, Lucius Julius, starts a fight with a fellow reveler at one of his favorite taverns. He is struck by a broken vessel and bleeds to death in the arms of a friend. After several weeks of mourning, you return to court. What is your first act? We could give comfort to his closest friends. So we would gain +1 charisma. We would go into mourning. All of our cities would get 10% fewer orders. We'd get +4 charisma, but there's a 10% chance we'd fall ill. Or we can make an address on public drunkenness. Okay, so first of all, no matter what, we go into mourning. That's exactly the same. So we can either gain +1 charisma, or we can get +1 wisdom. Where are we right now? We have 3 charisma and 3 wisdom. Because I think a lot of the events 2 and above is a break point to things. I think we'll make an address on public drunkenness. Yeah, drink in private. And more science is more better. And it did. 27 to 31. Like, +1 wisdom is +4 science per turn. It's really sick. So who's our new heir? It's Camila Julia, who's currently only 5 years old. Okay. Hopefully we can get her educated. A good thing we had a few spares. The court has opened debate on the topic of cultural enrichment. Oh, we have enough civics to pass a law. We have 400 civics. So we can either pass epics, which would make it, from this point on, whenever we kill a unit, we get 10 culture. Presumably in our closest city, I'm assuming. Or the world has many tales to tell, which is exploration. We get a movement bonus along rivers, and scouts can move on water. I think I like the epics. I think I like that. I mean, I don't know if I care about the scouts moving on water. The movement bonus along rivers, I'm assuming, is for all units, and that might be kind of useful. But yeah, this is going to be epic! And it does seem very Roman. I agree. I agree. It's going to be totally epic! I don't know why my Roman is a surfer dude. But he is. Okay, let me take a look at just my warrior situation here. So yeah, I'll boop you. He literally only had 1 HP. Left. That is such a Civ thing. Attack here, getting a crit. Very nice. Yeah, this is a medium map, and it is big. This is really big. It does have a hard edge because we're not supposed to be exploring the entire world. We're only in the old world, I suppose. So, you know, there's a limit. Okay, we can move all the way over here and attack and kill this guy. Nice. As our units overcome the last Gaul defenders, a messenger arrives from the Danes. Apparently, the Gauls are part of a confederation of nomadic tribes. The message is a warning. To wage war with one is to wage war with all. What response shall we give the messenger? Is that the option to kick him into a pit? Okay. Rome will spare you this once. So, we would gain wisdom. Okay, that's pretty nice. We did not take orders from barbarian filth. We gain 6 legitimacy. We would become warlike, which only matters if we're a governor. It would declare war on the Danes and the Vandals. Or, if we were eloquent, then we could say an alliance would be in our shared interest, which would cost us 2 legitimacy, but we become allied to the Danes. Oh, that would be good. I'm going to say Rome will spare your life, because I don't want to be at war with the Danes and the Vandals right now. Plus 1 wisdom's kind of nice. Tech rate's going to go up another 6. So, wait, hold on. Last time we got +1 wisdom, it's not linear. I thought every point of wisdom gave us a certain amount of research per turn. But it's not. It's sort of exponential. Each point of wisdom is worth more than each previous point of wisdom. Because going from 3 to 4 gave us 4 extra science. Going from 4 to 5 is giving us 6 extra science? Traits do not scale linearly. The more the better. That's insanely good. That's insanely good. Oh, this changes everything. So because I used to rate all the points, I would just look at sort of the net gain, right? And be like, well, that's probably the same. I mean, in some situations I may weigh more than the other. But no. What we want to do with our traits is we want to try to focus fire 1 trait or 2 traits or whatever, you know, the opportunity. We want to, if we've already got points in something, we want to stack more points into that something rather than spread it out. This became so much more interesting. Because, yeah. Oh, all right, I like it. Go east. Go south. Skirt around the barbarians a little bit. Run away from them. Hopefully not into some Gauls. Okay. Okay, let me check here. I'm going to verify that A Kiss for Luck has started her stream. It's definitely has time for us to raid. We're like 10 minutes over the normal end time. Nice. Okay, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. I think we're playing this again on Wednesday. I hope you all are okay with that, because I think that's very likely to happen, and we should continue the Roman game on Wednesday. So, set your schedule. It'll be 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday for some more of that. Maybe some more on Saturday too. I don't know. But for now, we're going to raid A Kiss for Luck, who's playing this game. Give her lots of love. I'm going to be hanging out in the chat because I'm curious to see how she's going to play. Folks, thanks everyone who followed, subscribed, contributed to the Bread and Circus Fund. And I'm going to see you guys in 2 days. Bye-bye.